want to say welcome and thank you for checking out CourageousCaregiver.org. I am Curtis Walker, and I am proud to say this is the first episode 1 that I'm shooting for you for our posts that are going to be going on our website. Did a lot of hard work putting the book together, and I'm also going to be working equally hard at producing these videos for you. My goal is to get them out at least once a week, and these videos are for you. This is something that's going to be a supplemental tool to the book that's going to help aid you, give you guidance, hope, and encouragement as you stand on the front lines caring for the loved ones that are in your life. I know it's a big, tremendous task that each of you have stepped up to be there side by side with your loved one as they're going through dementia, Alzheimer, or anything that's affecting their memory. But it takes a big person with a big heart to step up and show love, and I appreciate you stepping out there and doing that. So for this first episode, I wanted to talk to you about the subject of preparedness. Now, I know that when it comes to being prepared, this is something that some people actually put some time and attention on, but what if you're actually caught in a position where you've been hit by something and you're just completely unprepared to deal with it? Now, one common area that I see hitting a lot of people, and that is when you're driving and then all of a sudden you're given a task to have to go to a destination that you've never gone before, but you are already en route and you don't even have a map or a GPS. That is one of the most frustrating, I know for me, I'm going to say, pretty heavy thing that someone have to deal with. I'm pretty good at directions. I know my way around a lot of places, but if I'm outside of my state or city elements or things like that, I have to think twice about where I'm going. Now, usually at that point, I'm seeking out direction. I'm seeking out help. I'm going to a gas station. I'm asking how to get from point A to point B, the best route, and sometimes I get some great advice. Sometimes I get some horrible advice. But either way, the wisdom in me said step up and go ask for advice. Now, if you've picked up this book, if you've checked out this video, this is your way of saying, hey, I'm getting help. I'm going to get some advice. I'm going to go and talk to somebody who's experienced some things, somebody who actually lived through what you're talking about. I've lived through a lot when it came to dealing with dementia and caring for my sister. She had contracted Lewy body's dementia, and it not only affected her with her memory, but it also affected her body and how her body functioned. And it was very horrendous, I'm going to say, for me and my experience. Now, I had to walk into this thinking when I first walked into it, I was like, wow, this is overwhelming. Why is this happening to me? And over time, I had to come in contact with good people, great coaching, and get some help to turn this into more so not what's happening to me, but what was happening for me. So, as I relate to you and talk to you the subject about being prepared, for those of you who know me, and also for those of you who don't, I wanted to say that about 30 years ago, I served in the United States Marine Corps. And one of the things they concentrated on is always keeping us battle ready. And we had to have a spirit of preparedness in order to be effective on the battlefield. One area that they taught us about was called emergency conditioning. And that is, whether you're directly engaged in training or not, you can always condition your mind to handle worst case scenarios. Now, we as soldiers, we would think about different battle situations, whether you're under direct fire, explosions, or being rushed by the enemy. But no matter what the situation was, we were able to condition our minds to handle it, not to the point where we're getting overwhelmed by the thought, but really to prepare ourselves so that the best soldier could rise up to the call of the situation and actually handle what we were facing. So I'm going to equate that now to being a caregiver. As a caregiver, you never know what you're going to expect. But as a wise caregiver, you can do some research on what you will and what you could expect, or what you might get hit with. Excuse me for getting a little bit tongue-tied, but I wanted to make sure I present you the real picture of what's going on with me and also what's going on with this particular video. But back to the subject that we're talking about. That is being prepared, being ready. Now, as a caregiver, you got to do research. And I'm going to do some research of my own and present to you as much as possible. I did a lot of research in the book, and I wanted to make sure I delivered as much content as possible to help you get prepared and ready. But I'm going to be supplementing that with these videos. So, keep checking in, tuning in, and finding out what's going on here. If you got questions, if there's specific things that you are battling with, dealing with, certain things that might be affecting you, whether it's in your heart, your mind, or your body as a caregiver, I want to help you. I want to equip you. So please make comments, drop me a line. But more so, I'm really just here to help you get prepared and get ready for what you're going to face. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about as far as beyond emergency conditioning, and that is, think about the end game. At the end of each day that you interact with your loved one, what are some things that you hope to gain from that interaction? What is it that you want? Do you want a happy day? Do you want a day that's, at least, let's say they started out not feeling so well, that you at least increase their comfort level as you went throughout the day? Maybe it was some event that you wanted to attend with your loved one, and maybe they might not have been mentally at the right stage to handle that event. What are some things that you can orchestrate throughout the day to help them to have the best day possible? Or even for you as a caregiver, what are some things that you can think about and do and put activity towards the end game that you want to achieve? And overall, throughout your time that you're providing care for your loved one, what is the highest level of emotion you want experienced between you and them? So hopefully these two little tidbits helped you, emergency conditioning, and then also thinking about your end game. But once again, these videos are for you. This is about you. So I want you to leave comments, give me feedback. If there's certain things you want me to cover, please let me know. I want to help and promote and develop for you. So that said, I want to thank you for joining me on episode 1. Look forward for other things to follow, and I appreciate your time with you, and I hope you have yourself a blessed day.